Hey Springfield, I'm Dominique Gabriella, and we are behind the scene with Jay Stevens tonight. He's part of, well, he heads up Machine Gun Symphony, and let's get over here and see how he's doing tonight. So Jay, thank you for joining us.
Hi, is this thing on?
Yes,
Hello.
yes it is.
The old guy figured out how to Zoom
To
in.
Zoom. I think we all got kind of good at that during quarantine.
Crash course in it.
So let's talk about, how long have you been in the scene? I mean, who are you besides being the head of Machine Gun Symphony?
Let's first address the fact that I'm actually wearing a shirt today.
This is true, and I love the hat you're wearing.
Yeah, I found it, and so I figured why not wear it. Happy days of November.
Right.
Yes. What is it? How do you feel? Happy 10th of November. Every day is a party.
Right.
Sorry, I got sidetracked by wearing a shirt. So basically, who am I? What am I? I co-run Machine Gun Symphony. We're a corporation. We're a corporation. So I co-run it. Because I'm the front man, that it seems like I run it, but.
So tell me, a little bit about your band. What about, all the members of your band, what each of them do, how you formed as a band?
They were doing it before I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 12 years. They've been doing it, 10 years, something like that. And then I moved here, and I moved here 7 years ago, and I looked around at what was going on, and there was members only, and there was Machine Gun Symphony were like the two big bands, and then members only was more poppy, and Machine Gun Symphony was more, the dirty Hollywood stuff. And I was like, oh man, I should sing for those guys. And I saw some of their videos, and I knew that the singer, there was areas of improvement, for sure. I came from LA, so the tribute bands in LA are a whole different level than what tribute bands out here were,
Mm-hmm.
So sent them an email and with some videos of stuff I'd done. I said, hey, if you ever need a singer, or a sub, because I know bands need substitutes a lot. So if you ever need a sub, I'm here. And I think it went to the singer, and I think it got deleted. So that was the end of my courting process with them. Fast forward a few years later, I was doing a Bon Jovi tribute in Branson at a theater down there. And the guitar player from Machine Gun came out to see me, and he was super impressed and went back and told the guys. And then it was just a matter of time before I just kind of stepped in and just took over. They needed a rock star frontman. That's the one thing they were lacking, was that rock star frontman and the production level. So I kind of brought the rock star frontman, and brought the voice, and brought the kind of like made it like a point, sharpen the point,
Right.
Sharpen the point. And over the past few years, we've just like exploded, like I just got off the phone with one of the guys an hour ago. We've already got like almost 30 shows booked next year, and we raised our rate, and we're trying not to play so much, and we're still already next year is crazy,
Well,
and this year
fantastic.
this year, even with COVID this year, we still played like 50 or almost 60 shows, which is crazy.
Wow. So the people that do not know anything about Machine Gun Symphony, can you explain, what kind of music you play?
It's 80s hair metal tribute show with the full like arena experience. We bring a light show, we bring confetti cannons, pyro, the whole deal. It's legit, it's definitely super legit, like a trip back to 80s Hollywood. We don't do any of the poppy stuff. We do all like the, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, all that stuff.
Now I've seen you several times, and you guys definitely have a lot of energy, and it's always
we make the girls
really
go
show.
crazy. The girls go crazy. I mean, they crashed the gate at that Wingapalooza thing, and they crashed the gate that show after even. Yeah, they go crazy. They throw money in my pants every night. It's like the stupidest thing. They just jam money in my pants. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's definitely a interesting life, not being the original singer of this. That's crazy. It just shows, how you perform. It's just, it gets people.
Yeah, I get them all riled up.
Yeah.
for 51 years old, I still got it, I guess.
Well, 51, you're definitely looking good for 51.
It's like riding a bike with no seat, just a pole.
So let's get to your first clip. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Shout out the devil. From this was from our show a couple months, 3 months ago at Lake of the Ozarks Bike Fest. Like 100,000 bikers go up to Lake of the Ozarks, even with COVID. 100,000 bikers went up there, and it's this huge festival that we play. We played 2 nights, and next year we're playing it 2 nights again. It's at Horny Toads. Big, check it out. It's a big stage, big crowd.
Well, let's get to it, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back. That was great. I love that song. Absolutely.
Oh, I should have changed.
So much fun. It looked like so much fun. Wish I was there. We'll hit another one. But let's get into the music industry part of it. Since we are part of the Springfield area music industry, you know, there's people out there that are looking towards our page to get some advice, some help from people that have been on this, you know, on the music scene for a long time. Now, how long have you been in the music business? Not just here in Springfield, just in general.
Gosh, I was literally born into it. My dad was one of the first guys making music videos for MTV.
Oh my.
So I was literally dragged around. I remember being like 12 years old, being backstage at a Rick Springfield concert at like the Meadowlands Arena, and he's blowing lines of cocaine. I was dragged around to that whole scene, and so I kind of had no choice but to go that career path.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Like so many people. I was just like, for me, it was normal to just hang out with all these people. You know. Yeah, it was definitely weird childhood. You know.
Sounds like it, but also exciting for sure.
Yeah.
So you've been in it since you were born, basically.
Yeah, since I was young. I think the first time I actually played on stage was a 5th grade talent show.
Wow.
I knew how to play guitar a little bit, and so I said I grabbed 2 of my buddies, and this shows you that I was already thinking production value is super important even back then, because I said, look, we'll play this talent show. You guys are gonna be my backup singers. We're all gonna dress up in togas. And I had some freaky light thing that I bought at a garage sale. We put that on stage, and we played Twist and Shout in togas with this crazy light thing for our 5th grade. And when we got done, the whole cafeteria was cheering. And I was like, well, there you go. I'm sold.
Wow. Okay. So what kind of advice can you give to other singers that are trying to break out into the music scene?
Oh, I have a few pet peeves, like big pet peeves, like when I see bands and stuff on YouTube or on Facebook or something. Singers has really 2 jobs, and they're so easy jobs, but it's super, super important. Number 1, you learn the words. Learn the words. Don't use an iPad or the lyrics. Learn the words. That's not too much to ask. How many songs are you really playing? Not very many, you know? Second job, you got to stay in shape, you know, because your voice, I mean, you know, you have to be in really good shape. So that means you're going to have to put in some work. You know, you can't just show up, drink a beer and get up there. You got to be in shape. So your voice handles, you know, especially if you're the front guy, you know, I feel those are the 2 big, super important things.
That's some good advice there for sure. So I know that you're on the radio station too. Does that help with marketing yourself and your band?
Yeah, because I moved here 7 years ago, and nobody knew, you know, who I was. And I think fairly quickly, I established myself as like the 80s rock frontman out here, you know, or the rock and roll dude, because I'm super legit. I don't wear a wig, you know, like some of these other guys. I literally, the J you hear on the radio and the J you see in the club. I mean, you guys have talked to me when I'm off stage. It's 24/7. It's fucking J. You know what I'm saying? It's sex, drugs, rock and roll, 100%. You know, so I think there's a real authenticity to that that comes across. And then just I have that also that there's that certain thing that like even if I go just walk in Walmart, like the people look at me or want to talk to me or want to hear what I say, you know. So I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the X factor or whatever, you know. I don't know. I mean, you guys see how I carry myself, you know. It's like basically it's like MTV in the 80s, you know.
Yeah. So always act as you own it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's half the battle. Just tell everybody you're good. Eventually, they think you are.
Yeah. Well, and then you do it yourself too.
I just say I'm the best, and eventually people just go, "Oh yeah, that guy, yeah, he's the best," because they just heard it so much from me. So
Well, that's good. Good advice.
easy marketing. But I'm also, I just feel like I'm super good at marketing myself. But yeah, the radio. I mean, hell, you know, I'm on the radio 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, you are welcome to say what radio station and what time.
Yeah, 1047 The Cave every afternoon. I'm the afternoon drive DJ there. So between that and Machine Gun, I was teaching at School of Rock when there used to be a School of Rock here as well. I just kind of, you know, I just three-prong attack it. You know, I feel I do pretty good on the Facebook marketing part. Snap helps me with that a little bit. So it's pretty much me and Snap do the marketing for the band.
Mm-hmm.
And
what kind of advice can you give other musicians and bands about marketing? I mean, what is the first step they need to do besides having a Facebook page?
Well, I feel it's super important to have, obviously the look is super important to me and to us, you know. The look like whatever type of genre you're doing, look like, you know, whether you're an original speed metal band or you're a country bluegrass band, look the part, and get some professional photos, professional logo, you know. I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What kind of merch do you feel is the best for bands to start off with besides
Merch?
t-shirts?
Merch, yeah,
T-shirts.
Oh, besides shirts?
Yeah, besides t-shirts.
So we get lazy with our merch because whenever we sell out, we get lazy and we don't buy more. We have to, stickers.
Mm-hmm. Stickers.
Just because you can put them everywhere. Club owners love that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get to your next clip. Where are we at this time?
Oh, this one would be Chili Cook-Off, right before COVID hit.
Oh, yeah.
This was right before COVID hit. I think this is at Chili Cook-Off.
Okay, we'll get to that. So guys, that was really awesome. So Jay, tell me a little bit about the clip that we just watched.
We were the headliners at Chili Cook-Off right before COVID. Pretty good one. I was super wasted, and we had a show that night as well at the Riff, so it was good. And I remember we were playing, and the girls were pressing up against the barricade, and I saw that, and I was like, just joking. I go, yeah, tear that shit down. And my gosh, boom, they busted through the barricade. Girls climbed on stage. All those police officers, like 30 police officers, stood in front of the stage to push everybody back. My bass player, he was like, dude, it felt like we were Guns N' Roses.
That's awesome.
I don't like barricades when I sing. I like the people to be right up there so they can touch and stuff and feel. Yeah. And so me and barricades have a thing. That's why at the Riff that night, I was already on fire. Then I show up at that and it's packed there, and there was another barricade, and I was like, yeah, bust that shit down. And sure enough, boom, busted that down too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I like the shows to be right on the verge of like chaos. Like, oh my God, this is so insane. Like I love that when it's just like borderline.
I feel their energy because they're getting energy from you guys.
Yeah, I love that. It just makes everything more badass for sure.
That's awesome. So, do you have any advice about booking? I mean, I know a lot of bands are having a very hard time in general, even not having COVID as a thing. They have a hard time booking. Why do you think that is?
You know, I don't know. maybe they're just not selling themselves that good. I don't know. I mean, see, like I said, we're like a glitch in the matrix. Like
Mhm.
we charge a lot of money, and still people, we don't call anybody. They call us.
Right.
Like we don't reach out. Maybe that's part of it too. It's like the allure, but we've kind of built up a brand name. But I guess they're not selling themselves good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Go, you got to shake babies and kiss hands,
Yeah,
or
right.
vice versa.
You have to be out there and being seen.
You gotta squeeze boobies, shake hands, wear more glitter, and get yourself in there. I think that's what it's probably just marketing themselves, pushing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Springfield's tough. Springfield's a tough. There seems like there's way too many bands in this town, for the size. It's tough. Every weekend there's tons of people playing everywhere, so it's kind of hard because everybody's pulling everybody's crowd, it seems like.
Right. So do you suggest that they also look outside of Springfield as well?
Oh, for sure. 3/4 of our gigs are all out of Springfield. We play Springfield once a month.
Mhm.
2 if you count like some like chili cook-off or like private events, but it's all outside of Springfield. Yeah, for sure. Lake of the Ozarks is our summertime. We're up there Friday and Saturday every weekend, up there. And up there, it's just, they didn't give any care about COVID. So it was game on from Memorial Day weekend, every weekend until mid-September, we played up there.
Wow. Is there any other advice that you could give or anything you would like to add that I have not asked you?
No, just, I think the biggest takeaway is market yourself. Put on that charm and get out there and hit it. Because there's some hella talented people around here, if they're having a hard time getting booked, man, get out there, schmooze, that's pretty much how I got into radio, was just schmoozed my way in the door and then told everybody I was the best. And then eventually they believe it. And then you just kind of take over.
And then you're there. Well, thank you so much for time.
Thank you guys for doing stuff, being part of the scene.
Yeah, we love what we do, and we just want to be there for our community. And
come out. Our next show here in town is it 2 weeks or so? Wild Turkey Wednesday at Southbound, the night before Thanksgiving. Yeah, night before Thanksgiving, which is good because Southbound, they hold 300 people, and we get over 200 in there every time. Pre-COVID, we'd sell it out, but post-COVID, we're still getting 220 people a show about. So it's still a really good time.
Well, awesome. So this last clip that we're gonna get to,
I think it's Unskinny Bop from Lake of the Ozarks Bike Fest.
Bike Fest.
It's a longer one. We can ride off into the sunset with it. It's
nice. Well, let's take a look at that. We'll be right back.
You say that love won't do, but that ain't love written on your face. Honey, I can see right through you. It's like who's right through at the end of the race.
Okay, that was awesome. We're back. Thank you again. We love you. We'll definitely try to come out there in a couple weeks to Southbound for Machine Gun Symphony, and it will be a lot of fun. But I appreciate you and your hat, and sorry you didn't have your shirt off. So
yeah, I know, God, I failed. I just got out of the shower. I failed. I was trying to be polite and proper. Also, come out to that show. Listen to the radio. I also have a podcast out there. It's a tribute band podcast called Faking the Band, with interviews from tribute bands all around the world and some really cool stories. Some guys that have been in tribute bands and they've actually been pulled from that band to the real bands, and some great stories,
Oh, wow. That does sound amazing.
Yeah, it's called Faking the Band. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and all that stuff.
Awesome. Well, thanks Thanks again, Jay, and we will see you later. And thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time. See ya.